Three facial expressions, contempt, disgust, and anger, are all it takes for your team to lose confidence in your leadership. Research shows these expressions are universally recognized and have a direct impact on team morale and performance. Leaders' moods are contagious. A negative expression can lower productivity, while a positive one can inspire results. In this episode, we'll break down what these facial cues communicate and introduce proven emotional intelligence techniques mapped to Goleman's 4 domains: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. By using research-backed attention training strategies, you'll see how respected leaders maintain trust and presence in every interaction. But what actually happens when a leader overlooks these signals? If you're new here, please subscribe and like, because I share tips to help you improve your career. Low emotional intelligence carries a measurable cost for leaders and their teams. When a team member voices concerns about workload or deadlines, a leader's subtle display of contempt, like a fleeting eye roll or a tight-lipped expression, can immediately undermine trust. These micro-expressions, often unnoticed by the leader themselves, are powerful nonverbal cues that team members register almost instantly. The result is a visible shift in engagement. Shoulders drop, eye contact breaks, and the willingness to contribute shrinks. In one tech firm, a pattern emerged where repeated reactive facial expressions from leadership were directly linked to increased departures and declining morale. Research from Daniel Goleman and others highlights that leaders who lack social awareness often create psychological safety hazards. When negative emotions such as disgust, contempt, or suppressed anger show on a leader's face, it signals to the team that their input may not be valued. Over time, this erodes psychological safety and discourages open dialogue. For example, developers at a software company began withholding feedback after repeatedly seeing subtle cues of disapproval during meetings. The cost was not only higher turnover, but also missed opportunities for innovation and collaboration. The impact of low emotional intelligence doesn't stop with facial expressions. Repetitive stress cues, like audible sighs or tense body language, can further erode team confidence and willingness to participate. What some leaders view as transparent communication may actually be emotional leakage, stress and frustration bypassing self-regulation, and shaping the team's environment in unintended ways. Neuroscience underscores that these signals set the emotional tone for the group, often before a single word is spoken. Evidence-based emotional intelligence practices, such as mindful pausing or breath counting, offer leaders practical tools to interrupt these automatic reactions. By consciously creating a moment of space before responding, leaders engage self-management skills that help maintain composure and trust, even under pressure. Teams led by emotionally aware executives consistently demonstrate higher resilience and faster problem-solving, especially during periods of uncertainty. Understanding these costs is essential, but the true test of leadership comes when conflict arises and emotions run high. If you're finding this helpful, please subscribe and like, because it helps us create content that matters to you. Also, if you want to take your skills further, check out our executive education and executive coaching programs at execbeat.com. Transforming conflict through emotional intelligence competencies starts with a leader's ability to recognize and manage their own emotional responses. Consider a CEO who values direct communication, but finds that her team interprets her bluntness and closed-off body language as emotional withdrawal. In high-pressure meetings, her tendency to cross her arms and immediately counter objections is intended to drive efficiency, yet her team perceives it as avoiding deeper issues. This disconnect is common. Many executives overestimate their conflict resolution skills, particularly when the stakes are high. A similar scenario unfolds when leaders, faced with disputes between team members, default to instructing them to work it out quickly. While this approach might resolve surface-level disagreements, it often fails to address the emotional undercurrents that drive recurring tensions. One practical technique for managing these reactions is the belly knob method, where leaders and team members visualize their emotional intensity as a dial and consciously turn it down before responding. This simple mental image helps dial down stress, allowing for calmer, more constructive exchanges. Neuroscience research supports these practices. Studies show that resilient leaders exhibit more targeted stress responses in the amygdala, the brain's emotional center, avoiding the kind of full-blown fight-or-flight reactions that escalate conflict. In leadership training, reviewing recordings of tense meetings can help leaders notice how their physiological reactions to minor disagreements mirror those reserved for true crises. Recognizing and recalibrating these responses is key to breaking the cycle of reactive conflict. Daniel Goleman's relationship management framework provides a structured path forward. Leaders who adopt techniques like a three-step pause, observing their own physiological cues, acknowledging the other person's emotions, and then engaging their rational mind, report clearer dialogue and fewer repeated conflicts. Brief, regular practice sessions, combined with daily emotion journaling, further strengthen the self-regulation circuits that underpin effective conflict resolution. Building these competencies is a process that requires intention and repetition. As leaders develop these skills, they not only resolve conflicts more effectively, but also lay the groundwork for a culture where trust and open communication thrive. Emotional intelligence stands as a core driver of leadership effectiveness. Goleman's 4 domains, self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management, form the foundation for environments where teams feel supported and motivated to excel. Research shows that leaders with high EI consistently inspire stronger performance and long-term commitment. This week, choose one domain to focus on. In your next meeting, notice a single micro-expression you display and pause to label the emotion behind it before responding. This research-backed attention training can reveal how your cues affect engagement. Mastering EI is what distinguishes just managing teams from truly inspiring them. Share in the comments one emotional intelligence challenge you face as a leader. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like because it helps us bring you more free videos. And if you're ready to grow your career, visit execbeat.com to learn about our executive education and coaching.